Hi, I'm Noelia. I'm from Chile.
Hi, my name is Lynn and I'm from Korea, South Korea.
Hi everybody, my name is Alejandra and I'm from Ecuador.
Hi everyone, my name is Murilo. I'm from Brazil.
So I'm Carissa and I'm from Hong Kong.
Hi, I'm Asher. I'm from Thailand.
I've been here since April last year.
So it's like
1 year.
1 year and a little bit?
A couple months.
It's almost 8 months here.
Well, I came here to study English and to see new possibilities, where my life might go.
Actually, my favorite YouTube leaves Australia. And then I thought, oh, if I live in Australia, it might be fun. So that's the reason why I moved here.
11 years.
11 years?
Yes.
I think 1 year and 1 year and a half, something like this.
I came to study at university. So I finished my degree and then I stay here.
I came because I have some people from my family that already live here, and I start like seeing how things work here, and then I try. But the main reason is like I've seen some people from Brazil getting a better life here, so I want to try.
For me, I've been here for around 4 years.
For me, I've been here around 9 months.
Well, for me, so originally I think about studying abroad since I was in high school, but I thought of like different countries like UK or other countries. But eventually I chose Australia. Is the weather is really good, and then also people seems nicer, and then of course, like I have like some friends in here that is going to study same university with me, so it's kind of like a preference for me to study in Australia. So that's why I chose here.
For me, I have so many reasons, but the main thing is I want to learn English and I want to choose the country that is like close to my country and it's easy to travel because I need to like to see my parents.
My first job in Australia was as a housekeeper in a hotel for about a month and a half.
Yeah, so it's mainly about the cleaning, right?
Yeah, it's mainly about the cleaning, but it allows me to pay my first like rent with money that I earn in Australia, so I feel good.
Awesome. What about you, Lynn?
It's here.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I was just like 1 week here and I just applied anything. And I suddenly get in this job.
What is your main task in here?
Well, I'm an education counselor, but I am doing like a marketing as well, like uploading SNS, making YouTube videos, posting advertisement, and then I also counsel like English course to the Korean students who want to study in Australia.
Well, my first job in Australia was when I was in uni. I decided to do some like side jobs just to get some money. So I was a nanny. I was taking care of 2 kids close in my area, and they were 3 and 5, 3 years old and 5 years old. I was with them like for 2 years, I think. For example, they will call me when they wanted to go out like for dinner, just mom and dad. So they will call me and I will stay with them like from 7 to 10 p.m.
My first job in Australia, it was in a honey factory.
Wow.
A honey factory.
Yeah, so my job was to be in the production line. So I was like a line worker. So we have the honey production with a lot of machines, and in this factory they teach everyone to deal with every single position. So it was more like a really big quality check every time. So the first guy have to see if the bottles are all good with the bottles, then the bottles go to the honey machine and you have to see if the honey is not like, you know, spilling. And then you have to check the weight and the label. So basically you have to stay like this because it's fast, you know.
Yep. Oh wow.
Yeah.
So the whole factory smells like honey.
Yes, and sometimes a lot of honey on the floor and you have to scoop the honey with...
And what about bees?
Novice.
My first job is actually working as a retail associate. Basically, I talk to customer, like a customer service, and then I assist them and then tell them the product knowledge, and then even like cashier stuff, and also like stocking as well. So basically, everything in the retail store, I have to be responsible and help the customers.
Actually, my first job is like working in the cafe. Only 2 weeks. I have to take the order and I have to make a coffee and sandwich.
My mom's friend, she sent me the contact of a person. She said like, she has like people from a cleaning company, and they send people to hotels to do housekeeping. And I texted her, and she told me, yeah, you can come to an interview. And I did. And then they call me in to do housekeeping at the hotel.
Do you think there's so many demands for the housekeeping in Australia?
I feel that like it is a lot. Normally people that work in the hotel, at least the one that I used to work, they were mostly like working holiday or people that were students. So normally they will just like go there, work for a couple months and leave. So there's constantly like rotating.
Okay.
So I feel like there's high demand for that job.
I didn't prepare anything for this job. I just came here, and the day after when I arrived to Australia, I just applied in like Korean community site that they are gonna hire like Korean education counselor, and I just applied. And I just did like a 2-job interview, and then yeah.
Did you what did you prepare for that? Resume, cover letter?
Resume, cover letter, but actually that was not that important. Like the context that what you write down on the resume is important. I have like a lot of work experience in Korea. I've worked in broadcasting system in Korea as like a director. And also like I did a lot of counseling stuff and like a service job. So that's the reason why I was possibly getting to this job.
So your resume was outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the girls that studied with me, she was Australian, so she knew this family, and she knew that they were looking for someone to take care of the kids. So basically, my friend just introduced me to the family. It was actually pretty easy.
Yeah, just a connection.
Yeah, exactly. It was a connection, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I have someone that I knew inside the company, and same
Connections.
Yeah, connections. Yeah, the person said that we have some jobs there. I applied, and the guys just called me like, can you come and have a look in the factory and stuff? And the first day I just signed the contract and stuff. But honestly, like I started there, and in my first week I also started in and this one I applied on
The
like
website.
but
Yeah.
I saw the job on Facebook groups because I was in a lot of Facebook groups in the region, like a lot of neighborhoods and stuff to see opportunities, but I quit because I can't do both.
I use so many applications like Seek, Indeed. I just upload my resume and they called me to interview and I got the job.
To apply this kind of job that you were working on for international students, do you think it's better just go into the cafe and say, hey, this is my resume? Or you think online application is better?
Actually, I used online because I can see like so many jobs that I want to apply in, but to walk in and to give a resume to the manager is a good way to do because they will see your personality and your appearance and everything, and maybe you can get like the interview on that day.
Yeah.
Because I applied my first job is also through some job website. Because I'm kind of like a shy person, I don't really like to go into the store and give them my resume. When I working in that store, I do see a lot of like no matter it's local or international students sending their resume in store. But usually I would just tell them that you can just apply through our website or like our through like job website. So I think either way is working, but I would say if you're looking for like a retail associate, it's better to go online or job website. If you're looking for like a F&B industry, then you can just go into the restaurant or cafe, just send them your resume and
I don't really remember, but I think it was minimum wage,
Yeah.
like 22, 21 hour, and I was casual. So
So Lynn, you don't have to tell us the.
Yeah, it's secret.
It's a secret.
It's
secret
a
information.
Yeah.
Yeah. But is that covering your living costs?
Yes, actually yes. But like I spend a lot, so
I like shopping.
In that time, I didn't have much of experience of as a nanny. Obviously, I have to take care of my cousins, but that's not kind of the experience that the Australian families are looking for. So I started with 21, which was the minimum in that time. Yep. So and after a few months, they start giving me a little bit more.
I think it was 27 an hour or 28.
Wow.
And after 3 months, I think, or 6 months, they give $1 extras. But the thing is, if you receive the shift, the afternoon shift, you finish at 10 p.m. So when it's like 7 p.m., it starts to count as double time. So there are some times that I receive 40 an hour, and the guys asked me to work some Saturdays, and it was like more than the double, so like 50 something. So it was really good, like really good.
Yeah, but for me, because I'm actually 22 years old, and then I work in the related industry for a few years already, so I actually get 29
That's awesome.
for hour, but just for weekdays. I even get penalty rates on weekends. So because usually I work in weekends, so it's around like almost more than $40 per hour on Sundays. Yeah.
Like I didn't really like the work environment. It was a lot of pressure because they were constantly like telling you have to do more, you have to be faster, you have to do better, faster. And like the guy that was in charge of my training, he's been working there for 11 years. So he was really fast, and I was like, I was definitely not keeping up with his like. So yeah, I didn't really like. He was really nice, the guy that was training me, but it was too much pressure, and I also like a lot of physical work. So everyone was constantly tired, and like they weren't very friendly because they were all tired all the time. How is it working with the best experience of your life?
well,
How does it feel to have such a nice coworker?
well, it's good because I live in Singapore quite long, and like Singapore is also kind of like a cultural mixed country. So it was kind of familiar to me, and so it was really easy to get into this job. But I feel like I don't really have like opportunity to talk with like people who is really living in Australia, like OG. Because what I imagined before Australia, like maybe I can talk with OG. But now I don't think that is important. I don't care anymore.
So at the beginning, obviously, I was the new nanny and all that. They didn't trust me much. But as the time was passed by, like they gave me the keys of the car and the keys of the house, and it was actually really cool. They would take me like different places, and I will be with the kids. The kids were adorable. Like they were super, super well behaved and always really kind. So it was really cool. Like I loved them.
So in my case, I work with a lot of Aussies, so it was my first experience with the guys. And the English for me was the worst part, because sometimes the guy said, "Hey bro, mate, hey man, and I was like, excuse me sir, can you repeat please?" But it was okay, it was good to improve my English.
I arrived in Australia for 2 weeks and I got a job, and I'm so excited to work. This is like my very first job that I got, and the problem is I don't understand the Aussie accents. And when the people order something, and especially in like coffee, and I don't drink coffee actually.
You work as a cafe shop.
They order the coffee in Aussie accent. it's super hard for me to understand, and I feel like I shouldn't work here.
I don't
That's
know.
why you quit. You
Thank
only
you.
work for 2 weeks.
Yes, and I quit. Yeah, but the environment in the workplace is good. My manager encouraged me, and she training me a lot of things that I need to know. Yeah.
I'm the only Asian in that store, so I feel like everyone is very welcome and caring to me, and they're very friendly to me as well. So, cause English is not my first language, so sometimes I don't really understand, and they are very happy to help me and then assist me with the customer service. Yeah. So I feel I like it.
In my case, I had a lot of difficulties, especially physical.
Yeah, it is a physical.
Yeah, it's a lot of physical job. Like actually the main reason why I quit, it was because I was having so much back pain that I was having to take pills every time I had to go to work. Until one day I told them like, I cannot really keep doing this. Do you have any other position for me that I can work there? Like less of a physical work, like I can do cleaning on the like hallway and stuff. And they said like at the moment we're not able to. So I was like, okay, then I don't want to keep working here because it's like making me sick.
But this is a kind of similar reason as her. I have a back pain.
Yeah.
So, like, it's really hard to sit down.
Yeah.
Like,
All done,
yeah,
Yeah, same.
like 6 hours, 7 hours.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
One of the things that was very difficult for me because I was in uni, and sometimes mom will call me like, oh, can you come at 7 p.m. on a Wednesday? And I was like, oh, I have some things to do from uni.
And for me, I think it was the thing that I always work like in office, and then I had to stand all day long and doing things. I start to felt my back, like back pain.
Yeah.
I have to remember every menu, like coffee and sandwich, the croissants, everything at the first day. How can I remember? Yeah.
For me, I think English is probably the most challenging part for me because the Australians really have their own Australian accent, and then because I've never been to Australia before when I come to here, so it's really hard for me to pick up that accent and understand what they're talking about. But after you're working for a while, you get used to that Australian accent, and you found out that your English is actually improved very fast.
Yeah.